On location and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Well, hello and welcome. Thanks for getting your pod on, or should I say your pot on today, because we were at MJ Dispensary, where we just recorded the third podcast. Right?
Yes, we did.
Michelle is all excited. They've got their big Halloweed event.
Yes,
on October 25th. Yeah.
Yes, 12 to 5. It's a Saturday. Come on out.
Yeah, man.
Have fun.
Yeah, put on a costume. Be something.
Costume contest. Just saying.
Yeah. Costume
we give away
contest.
Good prizes.
Pumpkin carving contest.
Pumpkin carving contest. Other games and prizes. We have our big wheel.
Just a couple things about MJ real quick. Expansion is happening.
Yes.
This is, to me, amazing. And there's going to be one, I'm going to say, on the far west side and the far east side of Monroe County.
Correct.
Honeyway's still in Monroe County, right?
I believe Honeyway Falls is still Monroe County.
Yeah. Which is perfect, because you're right out in that, Pittsford, Fairport, to get all those.
Yes.
That's fantastic. And these are going to open in the next couple of months.
Yep. I would say within the next 2 to 3 months is what we're shooting for. I mean,
right.
Can be bumps in the road. You never know, but that's our goal.
Right. Okay.
So it's going to be phenomenal.
It is. It's very exciting.
Yeah, doing a lot of hiring right now. Hint, hint. Anybody got a resume and 3 references? Drop them off.
Right. And who is sitting with you today?
This is Grace. She's one of our lead bud tenders. She's phenomenal. She's also we declared her our lead trainer.
Really?
For training people. She's been doing very good. We brought on a couple new employees. And
And so you got to train them all?
She's taking the reign. Yeah.
Do you? Yeah.
She's phenomenal with it.
What's your, I'm going to ask you, what's your weed journey? But, what is that? Because, well, you come here and you've got to, it's really about education, right? I mean, there's so many different strains. I used to joke, you need a restrictor plate on weed nowadays because, you get the wrong thing and it's like, hey, I'll see you in the spring.
See you in 3 days.
You know what I mean? And, right, in 3 days. And I just think that I think it's amazing what has happened in New York State. I wish it would go at the federal level. We seem to be a little silly with this stuff. Maybe the things should have been reversed. Maybe there should have been more regulations on alcohol and not so much on weed, but whatever. That aside, where did you get your education and interest? Was it the hallways of your high school?
Definitely.
I'm teasing.
That's definitely where it started, I would say. And then, I don't know, I think after college, we just kind of helped me a lot, in terms of getting into adulthood, getting over anxiety. And I don't know, I think it helped me a lot. And then I started learning more and more, through my partner, and started growing some plants.
Okay.
Started watching some fun videos about all the processes of creating the oils and, curing the flower and such. And
where did you go to college and what for?
I went to college at the College of St. Rose.
Yeah, which I think is no longer, right?
It is no longer.
That's just sad. Mm-hmm. It's kind of sad because that was a really, I assume, music.
They were niche. I went for music industry. Ooh, and they were really niche with a few different things like music industry.
Yeah,
not many places. What else was there?
I remember a friend of mine when I graduated, and I'm a zillion years older than you, wanted to go to St. Rose, and I think got in, but there were some financial restraints on it. And what was that was considered one of the best in the area. It's down by Albany, right? Yeah,
Yep.
Okay, so you went for music.
Music and business.
Music and business.
Created my own
Sure. No, that's great. That's see again, smart, Michelle. Here we go. That's smart. That's thinking ahead here. I got to have some knowledge. I don't want to get screwed on a contract kind of thing. Yeah. That's the kind of thinking that's going on in that head. And so how did you end up with MJ and the love of weed? And I say love of it, and I know it sounds bad, maybe the way I'm phrasing it, but what I mean is the knowledge, right? You like helping people.
Yeah. I mean, I just also love to learn as well. So, I mean, I went from bartending to this, which I think was a very easy maneuver.
Sure. I think I call those
to bud tender.
Transferable skills, right?
Yeah.
A way to talk to people, right?
Customer
Everybody's
service.
looking for an escape, that kind of thing.
Yep. But then, I don't know. I think I just love to learn, and so this provided me with an opportunity to, like, I already knew a lot.
Sure.
Learn even more, and I just love the fact of, like, helping people out and getting them to be a little bit more knowledgeable themselves and teaching a little bit.
Yeah, and then all the training stuff. So what goes on in like training?
Like our bud tender training on Wednesday.
Like
so the vendor will come in. They give us their spiel on the company, how the company came about, and then whatever products they have, they teach us whether if it's a vape or concentrate, gummies, how those are made and the process of making those. They'll bring in like products for us, like if it's flour, they bring in the flour, we sniff it, we can feel it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, this is...
Yeah, it's like a good 45 minutes to an hour training. They bring us breakfast, too, so it's like
nice.
in samples they bring us.
Yeah.
You know,
And
it's
then-
nice.
That's... well, it's the way it should be done.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
and
It's
it's
the way it should be
perfect.
done.
I mean, especially for the new people coming in who don't know the products we have on the shelves.
Right.
I think it's really important too to like meet the people behind the brand as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Know
Yeah,
their
so you,
stories.
you know their story. Yeah, that's
we
true
wanna
because
know
it's
their journeys.
Yeah, it's such a thing. Like Dr. Dankenstein was one of my favorite people.
He was good. Yeah,
Do you know
he was
him?
good.
Yes.
Yes, I love that guy. He's amazing. He's like just a big, lovable bear.
He is. He is. He's cool. He's cool as shit, too. He's a
Yes.
cool dude. Yeah.
Well, I think it's fantastic. I love the fact that there's the expansion and stuff. But I always worry, like, again, maybe it's more the edibles. You know, I grew up down by Woodstock, so weed was always around. Not my house. My parents were not into that at all. But my friend's parents were. Like, I got high with a friend's mom. We did this.
Oh, that's awesome.
People would make pot brownies, you know, and so the edibles. And I had a teacher in high school who would say to me all the time, if you're going to smoke it through a bong because the heat on a joint can melt the soldering on a roach clip. Smoke it through a water bong. And that's what he would say to me. I don't know if this is true or not. I'm just telling you what he said. And this is 1980, 85, 87, somewhere in there. And then he would say the best way to consume it is to eat it. Because, you know, you don't want that heat in your lungs. You don't want that. So you would eat it. But the problem with eating it when it was made in
Can't
brownies and
control
stuff
it.
is but it was never evenly distributed. Somebody who ate at one end of the brownie pan was fucked up for days. And the other person was like, hey, man, I don't think anything happened.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was always it. And then I find, though, sometimes with the gummies, if I don't know what I'm doing, I had a whole incident one summer where a friend of mine gave me a gummy. And, we're down on Cuca Lake, and then we're at his house, and we're drinking, of course. And then,
that's even better.
then
You
he's-
crossfaded yourself.
then he throws me a gummy. Swears it's 5 milligram. Nobody believes us.
How
We
many
get
zeros?
we get on the boat. We go to another house. Big party. Everybody's hanging out, and all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm gonna get sick.
Oh no.
So I run into the bathroom, and then Michelle, I had to like crawl out. I crawl into the bed, the perfectly made bed, and I just curl up, and like I had to pass out for a while.
And it's not your house, right?
No. But not only is it not
And
my
you probably
house,
didn't even know the people's house
I
it was.
did not even know the people's whose house it was. I see them all the time now, and I'm always like, oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
I want to die. But it's like this big, beautiful home right on Cuca Lake, and, you know, there's all these people hanging out, and everybody's parking their boats, and, you know, they're drinking and having a good time, and I am just like gone. And I go, that's the bad part, and I think that sometimes turns people away from what is a healthy alternative.
Oh,
to
yeah.
me.
That's why the legal market's the best, because you know how much you're eating. You know how much you're getting. You know what's in it
Yeah.
that you're consuming also. I mean, I remember those days making brownies, making gummies, and
How did you
popping
make gummies?
Oh, it's so easy.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, you know how to make gummies too?
I have seen it, yes.
I've seen
Yeah,
it.
I've,
Okay.
I've done it. I prefer making oils instead of butter.
Yeah.
Can of butter.
Yeah.
I make can of oil. And once that's...
What do you do? Like cook things in it? Like instead of like olive oil, you throw in a pan, you throw your...
You
that's
pour
what I
in
mean.
the
Yeah.
THC oil.
Yeah.
But like my best friend and I, we always wanted the cheat way of making gummies because it takes so long. You got to do the gelatin, you got to do this, do that. So we would buy Swedish fish and gummy bears, and we melted them, and then just in a pot we would infuse the oil with it.
Kind of,
and it made the texture like fruit roll-ups.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, it was
All
great.
right. I love Swedish fish.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was more expensive to make that way.
Yeah.
But it was so easy to make. And they were very tasty.
Now, and I was saying this to you on your podcast or podcast, excuse me. Get it right. Get it right.
Get it right, Belle.
That alcohol, you're starting to hear like no consumption is ever good for you scientifically, right? Now, I will tell you, I love to drink. Alcohol was glorified in my household growing up.
Same with
my
mine.
dad, who wouldn't touch weed, was, Mr. Doctorate in philosophy and educator and all this, loved to get hammered. I mean, just loved it, right? Used to buy what was called the cocktails for two. You could buy these pre-made. They were called cocktails for two. So old that the thing was had a styrofoam label on it. And I used to try to peel it off without breaking it as a kid.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little older than you.
Not by much.
And and the big fight in the house was my mother screaming, he buys cocktails for two, but they're really for one. Meaning
Drink the whole thing. I love that.
He would drink it all, right? So, but it was always glorified. Like, this is what Dad did to relax. When Mom wasn't home, and he would make a big dinner, have the house sparkling clean before she came home. He'd be helping us with homework. But you would notice his tolerance would drop, and it wasn't just orange juice he was drinking. And then he would start singing to me as we're doing the homework, and I couldn't figure out, you are so stupid, and I am so smart.
oh no.
It's all true. You wonder why I'm fucked up.
I hear you.
But the point being that now we're starting to get that education the other way on alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
And I would love to know what's being said about marijuana, and I don't know in schools. Are they starting to say there's medicinal benefits to it? I mean, look, I had that one cool teacher, right? I mean, I think if any teacher was told, heard that he was telling us that, they probably he would have been fired. I'm sure.
Yeah, they don't talk about. I mean, like I said, my son is a senior now, but they don't talk about it in like the health classes at all in the high school. He said.
Interesting.
Which
Being talked about?
I think personally they shouldn't talk about it.
Okay.
I think that should be a parent's responsibility.
Yeah. No, I think that's
educate your children
right
on marijuana, legal and illegal.
Right.
I mean, and the alcohol too. I mean, I get it. I grew up in the family like yours. My dad was a car salesman my whole life. Come home, crack open a beer.
Sure.
Weekends, he'd have his dry Southern Comfort Manhattan with a twist.
Oh, my man.
Yeah. After he passed away, my brother and I took my mom out to eat, and we tried one in memory of my dad. That thing was so fucking disgusting.
That's fuel.
Oh, my God.
That's fucking fuel.
I was like,
I
thought
like,
I could breathe fire.
You know those cars that blow out fire when you go down to the dragway and stuff? That's what they're putting in there. It's octane.
I mean, I grew up where, okay, I'm in 5th grade. Here, Michelle, have a beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not far off from your age. I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
Born in the 70s.
Okay.
I mean, so yeah, I mean, family parties. Me and my cousins would be running around with half-drank beers that our dads would give us. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
So what's the difference if I grew up with alcohol prominent or if my son grows up with marijuana prominent?
Well, I think the difference is... what's the difference? I do think there's a difference. I think that alcohol...
is worse.
Yeah, but I don't think there's ever any... I was never told drink responsibly.
No, neither was I.
You had Frank on your podcast, which will be coming out, talk about consumption, right? But proper I don't know if I'm using the right term, but appropriate consumption, we'll say. And to me, that is what it's about, because there's so many things. You know, we talk about just the sleep. Talk about people with, and I'm going to say this wrong, but I hear a lot of people talk about fibromyalgia.
I have fibromyalgia.
Oh. Well, look at me just step into that one. No,
cannabis is a miracle drug for fibromyalgia.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was on 3 different prescriptions.
Okay.
And you and I have talked about how my doctor took me off all my meds. I feel most of my pain in my back, my feet, and my hands.
Right.
I will do either smoke a little bit when I first wake up, so when I get to work, I'm not stupid high.
Right.
But it relieves my pain.
But you know what it takes
to relieve the pain.
So it would be like taking a Tylenol or whatever.
For an average person would be like ibuprofen.
Right.
But sometimes the pain gets so bad, an average person would want a narcotic.
Gotcha.
That's how bad my pain can get, and my hands swell. I mean, a lot of times I'm walking around here, I'm like, can you open this? My hands aren't working today. Because fibromyalgia, it mirrors, like if I'm having an issue on the left side, the right side will be exactly the same. Hands, knees, feet, hips.
What is that, fibromyalgia?
It is
like an inflammation?
It's an inflammation of your nerves.
Okay.
There's still controversy over the exact disease because people say doctors made it up. Because they couldn't find a diagnosis for people who had these pains. They thought it was in their head.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's very similar to rheumatoid arthritis.
So, in other words, so many people were nuts, we just gave it a title. Okay.
Exactly. So, it was like everybody...
That's basically what the medical...
That's what
they're saying? That is so fucked up.
That's what the medical community was saying.
You're crazy, but we're going to give it to you.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to make up this, and other people like in the insurance industries and other medical practices, they're like, no, this is not a real disease.
You need to diagnose and assess, right?
It is. And it's very common in females.
Yes.
And it's more common in males. Little do people know. And the medications do not help men.
Yeah,
I have seen 3 people, male.
Okay, wait. When you say don't help men, the first thing I think is and I'm not trying to be crass, but some kind of sexual problem.
No.
From the medicine.
No, not that way. No.
No, I'm just.
I get what you're saying. No,
like,
it does not cause ED.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying. But there's stuff to counter that.
Oh, yeah, but like
I'm sure you sell a gummy in here. That'll be good.
Actually, we do have.
Oh, look at that. Woo! That's right.
Marijuana for everything.
Yes.
I told you this, Bill.
Yes.
But like the medications don't help with the inflammation and the pain.
Right.
For some reason with men. I honestly don't know the scientific backing behind it.
Okay.
I don't know if it has something to do with testosterone or women's with their hormone levels, but I know 3 individuals, men, fibromyalgia, none of the pills ever helped. Marijuana helps.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you just kind of keep it at a even keel and it gets rid of it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't watched the news a whole lot.
Neither do I.
I find it very depressing, and I think that for your mental health, sometimes you need to honestly stay away from it.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought I just heard something where President Trump stood up and talked about how bad Tylenol is. Now,
I don't know if he did that, but I can agree.
I think that okay. Now, I'm glad I brought this up because you were a nurse. Mm-hmm. He talked about, like, I think, and you got to be careful with some of this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he likes to shoot from the hip, which can be somewhat entertaining if you're not too affected by it. You can look at it and go, what the fuck? But I think he was saying something about autism rates, and then he goes, it's just bad for you. It's just bad for you. Don't take it. It's just bad for you. Now, we've had it for so long, and everybody, I would think majority of people at some point, I think even doctors have said, if your kid has a fever or something, alternate. Tylenol, Advil, right. Mm-hmm. And I think I did Tylenol sinus. You get wild sinus headaches at times, like just wild. I don't know. What would you...
So I don't know about the whole, I've been out of the healthcare field since all these studies with the autism and that comes out.
Yeah, I don't.
The one thing I do know, and I have seen the proof for this, Tylenol can kill your liver, especially if you do take it on a regular basis. Now I take it here and there, not often, if I have a headache, which isn't that often.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like, yeah.
But if you're taking it, like, there was at one point I was having medical issues about 10, 15 years ago. I was taking 5 Advil 4 times a day per my doctor. Mm-hmm. Advil doesn't work on me anymore because of that. I built up a tolerance where any ibuprofen does not help.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and they ruin your liver.
Right.
I mean, I know some people who go in for liver tests because they were chronic Tylenol users.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you can definitely have something at MJ that you can get, right?
Lots of stuff for pain as well.
Yeah, a lot of things for pain.
Headaches, everything. CB.
What would you say to somebody? Because you know it's another one?
CBC, yep.
CBC?
Yep.
Okay, so if I came in here and I said, I get migraines, right? What would you recommend? Because I have a friend that tries acupuncture for this stuff, and it seems to work a little bit or temporarily. And I keep saying, go to MJ, and I do. I just go to MJ. They'll help you find. They're so smart. They're so nice. You know, you don't have to worry. I think there's still that stigma because, boy, did they do, as we've said, a great job of painting it with a broad brush. That's not appropriate, not true. Right. Yeah. Not true.
I'll have Grace answer this one.
Yeah.
I would say, just like we've been talking about, like the two biggest things that I get are either pain or for sleep. For like headaches, honestly, there's a company called The Green Lady, and they label it the painkiller. That's like the name of the product. And it has CBC and CBG in it. And yeah, people love that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like CBC.
It's also just a very good, I love that formula. Just, it's happiness to me.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And CBC has been, as they say, I mean, it's been shown to help headaches.
Jefferson Road in Henrietta.
Yes.
Soon to be in Spencerport. Are you going to have to train the Spencerport employees?
Yep.
There we go.
Are you? Are you going to be in charge of MJ's training program?
Well,
now
that's hopefully where we'll be heading, because everybody will train in this store. This is going to be the main hub.
Okay.
Train everybody, then put them into their stores. So.
Yeah, I think that I like it. So this is like so if you're in this area, this is where you need to come. Mm-hmm. But then the Honeoye store.
Honeoye Falls.
Yeah. Another quaint little village, right? And then Spencerport.
Yep, another quaint little village.
It is another quaint little village now that I think about it.
Now we need to go to Fairport, I guess.
Yes. Come on.
Bill's like, yes.
Well, they're starting now, too, I think, to even put some of the drinks, but I think they have to be like
hemp derived.
3%. What do you know about that?
Hemp derived?
No, but the drinks, I think like bars are starting to sell them, but they're really low percentage. Like not, people are like, why would I even drink this?
Yeah, it's like 0.03%.
Yeah.
That's
what,
something like that. And
that's what hemp means. Yep.
Why is that?
So you get the benefits of the hemp other than the just THC. Like hemp, like Christian was saying, is similar to that CBD that gives you the relaxation.
Yeah.
And hemp does that also.
Okay.
So, and I think bars and stores that can legally sell those are thinking, ooh, it says THC on it.
Yeah.
Marketing, I'll be able to sell these.
But
even though they're not really 100% THC.
Got it.
You
Got
know?
it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole changing world, but very controlled.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Still very controlled. And when you think about the control and when you're voting, think about this. It's money. What are they really? What does it really come down to? And what is going to benefit you, your family? You know, somebody who's living with some kind of condition that they're just trying to navigate the world in this body that just isn't, 100%. Right?
Yeah, I mean, and you're talking about money. I'm going to talk about it in another way. Us going to Honeoye Falls and Spencerport, I have a shirt on that says 40% today.
Yeah.
40% of the taxes we bring in stay in the community where our store is.
Shut up.
So Henrietta's doing great.
Yeah, so 13% is the tax. 40% of that 13% stays here in Henrietta.
Why is this not talked about? Or maybe it is, and I'm just not paying attention to the news.
But not to the point. Like, they'll separate it. This goes here, this goes here, this goes here.
Well, look.
It turns out it's 40%.
My favorite argument always is, my tax dollars paid for that. And I'll go, I don't know what my tax dollars pay for. I mean, I got it raised, but what percentage? I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, I get
And
it.
by the way, I can never not pay them. So,
right.
You know what I mean?
I get that.
So,
Tax season's right now. We just got our bill in the mail.
Yeah, right. So, exactly. Yeah. And so
and eventually those monies that we're bringing into the towns and the villages are going to bring your taxes down.
Right.
I mean, Henrietta, I can't remember the exact amount we brought in last year. I want to say it's like 44,000, something like that, I think. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I mean, and they saw their taxes didn't go up quite as much this year. They're projecting in the next full 5-year expansion from when we started here, 5 years, taxes are going to be going down because of the cannabis in the communities.
Right. And don't tell me that everybody isn't going to want that.
Right. Like these towns that opted out, I don't understand why the supervisors and the town boards don't want to opt in, because it's money for their schools, for your town, for the roads, anything your town needs.
Well, look, because it's a vice, right? And so people go, well, I don't want a vice paying for whatever at the school. New York State Lottery.
Yeah.
Gambling.
Same thing.
Gambling to a certain degree, right? And by the way, all the gambling that goes on sports now, right? With the legalized betting, right?
Phone.
Did you bet? You seem like you bet. You made a face like you did.
I mean, we have a fantasy here, and I bet sometimes.
Isn't it fun?
It's kind of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
First time I've ever done a fantasy league.
All those taxes, all that tax. I think New York State was a little bit later. They did it because Jersey did it. People were crossing. Everything is run by New York City and New York State. Yep. So many people were crossing over to go to New Jersey to bet and do these things. New York's like, well, fuck this. And so I think they surpassed them as a state. They're bigger, but it blew them away in terms of what the tax revenue was. So all these things just benefit you no matter what. And you're not putting the genie back in the bottle.
No.
Next is sex workers, but we don't need to talk about that on this podcast. They should. Why not?
Next, we need psilocybin's legal.
Okay. There you go. All right. I like that.
You know psilocybin?
A
lot of
bit.
people don't know that term. It's shrooms.
Yeah.
I mean, it's starting to go legal for medicinal purposes slowly.
Yes.
Very, very slow, because it does have, if you microdose, does have a lot of benefits for people with neurological issues.
There you go. Right.
So,
and they do it. It's already in Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And I think I heard Cali's getting ready to pass it too.
Oh, there you go.
So that's only going to be a matter of time.
Right.
And then again, it's another plant grown in the earth.
Yeah. How dare you people with your plants and tell me that they're going to make me
just feels better,
Nature
feels better. I think the Native Americans knew all this stuff, and we came in and fucked it all up somehow.
Yeah.
Some way or another.
We're getting back to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We're figuring it out. We are figuring it out. Well, thank you very much, both of you, for your time, and for MJ Dispensary for allowing us to be out here. For Michelle.
Thank you, Bill.
I'm going to blank on her name already.
That's all right. My name's Grace.
Grace! I should have known.
I like to call her Grace Lynn, even though Lynn's not her middle name.
It's not her middle name?
No.
No, it's a very, it rolls off the tongue.
Does.
And I would say almost like the Irish Catholic family names were like Grace Lynn. And
Yep.
I got it. I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you tomorrow.